right. Hello, everybody. How we doing today? How you doing today, Tank?
Good, man.
Excited to replace Martin for the day?
Yeah.
Well, he's out
I don't know if I
doing
can replace him.
his thing. Yeah, that's true.
I'll do
No
my best.
replacing him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's out serving the country, doing his duty, man, which we appreciate over here.
Of course. So
How
what
you
do
doing?
we have on? I'm doing great, actually. Kind of a rough morning at work, but now that I get to talk football, it's a lot better.
Yeah. Like, all right, I'm done with the BS. I get to have the fun now.
Right. And today we're going to be talking about the AFC East.
Yeah.
Off-season moves, draft recap, all that good stuff.
Yeah. This is the one division where I want to say it's like a lot of divisions are all or nothing, and this is kind of like one that's kind of it's hard to explain. It's kind of like both, because a lot of these teams had pretty decent stuff, and then some of the teams, or one in particular, just bought everything that they saw. They're like,
right, exactly. Yep.
Here's money, so it's
that's not normally what they do.
Yeah, so it's definitely a team that's like some did nothing, and then one team did like probably the most in the whole league. So. I also think out of all the divisions, this one's like, at least talent wise and like the way the teams are set up, they're a lot closer. Like almost. I mean, obviously, I think the Bills kind of have the edge talent wise, but I mean, the Patriots and Dolphins are like right there. Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you look at the way they ended last year, the Dolphins were 10-6, and the Bills were 12-4.
Something like that.
Were they 13-3? I don't know.
Really? But yeah, I mean,
but it's just I don't know. It's close.
Yeah, if our friend Alfredo was here, he'd probably root about the Jets a little bit more. He thinks they're gonna have a great year anyway.
I think they're still. I think they're about a year or two away.
Yeah, there's. I know him and Martin. They have kind of.
I really do like what they did, though. I do like what they did. Finally got rid of Gase. I think that was the best thing they could have done. And I like who they brought in a lot too. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to look the
49ers defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he was pretty good. So yeah, AFC East, we have the Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots. Who do you want to start off with?
Well, we can start off with that first one, the Bills.
The Bills.
That was an accident.
That's so good. All right. Oh yeah. So the Bills, man, which is
two whole people.
I know, right?
Free agency wise, one of which I think is actually pretty stellar pickup since they lost John Brown. I think they replaced him with a better receiver in Emmanuel Sanders. And I guess as backup quarterbacks go, it's not the worst thing to get. But they brought your old quarterback in, Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah. Which,
maybe he can sit behind Allen and learn some things.
Possibly. That's kind of messed up though. It's like, oh, you've been in the league for a few years. This guy is, still new. You learn from the new guy, which is kind of like.
But I mean, if you look at how their seasons went last year. Yeah, big difference.
Yeah,
kind of understandable.
Josh Allen is Martin's like kind of favorite guy to talk about.
Oh, I love Josh Allen too. Oh yeah, there he is.
He is a stud, man. He talk about somebody like a QB that took a team on his shoulders and powered through it, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm upset. I slept on him in the draft. Like he didn't go until pretty late in my draft, if I remember correctly.
Oh, he didn't. He went late in our draft too. Like Martin got him twice as his second quarterback, like in the 4th or 5th or 6th round or something like that.
Wow. Yeah. Talk about like a steal.
Yeah.
Especially in a dynasty league, like somebody like Allen.
Well, I mean, I didn't get Deshaun Watson until later too.
Yeah.
He exploded. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do this year, but
this year, he's gonna, get really comfortable on that bench.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, talk about Allen.
He's definitely not going to go that late. Like we've already seen mock drafts where he goes like in the first round. So, he's definitely blowing up all over the place.
Yeah, as far as QBs, when it comes to like scoring, like a really good scoring QB, I mean Mahomes is always going to be up there.
Of course.
And now I mean before like what even you go like a few seasons ago, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, those were always the main guys. I mean obviously Brees, not anymore.
Yeah.
Brady might get a good some good ones, but Allen and Mahomes are going to be like two guys that are going to be top tier QBs in drafts. But so they got Sanders and Mitch.
Yep.
So this is like the one team who like literally didn't really do much, which they didn't. I don't think they needed.
I was gonna say they didn't really have to though. So
yeah. I mean, they did insanely well. Let's see, trying to look up their schedule from last year.
I don't think they lost that many people either. So
no, they were 13-3 last year, which was
so they were 13-3. Okay,
13-3. Miami 10-6. New England 7-9. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Oh, excuse me.
And then they went fairly offensive line and defensive end heavy in the draft.
Which kind of makes sense. I'm trying to think of how their defense was.
I think those are their needs. So I mean, nothing too flashy. Greg Rousseau out of Miami, Boogie Basham out of Wake Forest, both defensive ends, and then Spencer Brown from Northern Iowa, and then Tommy Doyle to both tackles. So I think they pretty much went need over what was available, because there were some guys like especially linebacker that went in the second round, like Jock. Martin and I talk about Jock all the time.
Yeah.
All the pre-draft said he was going to the Washington football team, and he fell all the way to the second round. So
that's a whole nother conversation though with like some of these.
But the Bills didn't need a linebacker because they got a young stud in Edmonds. So who I have on my fantasy team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got him and Leonard.
I'm seeing who else they got. Yeah, Edmonds. Yeah, they got some studs, man.
And then they went receiver in the 6th round with Marquez Stevenson out of Houston. And then again, defense, secondary pieces. But yeah, I think a lot of their main pieces were coming back. So
yeah, I mean, Cole Beasley. I know I was reading about him, and I guess he's projected to do really well with this team. Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, he did really well last year, minus getting touchdowns.
Yeah, he was definitely like the workhorse.
Yeah.
But Knox too. I remember I tried to get Knox.
I tried to get Knox too,
and it got stolen from me during the waivers. But he had a pretty decent season, and I think he's going to do much better this year too. I think
so. He came on really well at the end too.
Yeah,
because I remember going that could be one of their places of improvement, but I must really like them because they didn't get a tight end anywhere. So
yeah. But I mean, when it comes to like talent of who can catch for Josh Allen,
Trubisky baby, Alfredo.
Of course, Alfredo would be put up there. There you go, man. His favorite buddy.
It. There it is.
We don't have the Trubisky on here. I know I have one of them on him. Future Hall of Famer.
Oh.
Unless HOF stands for something else, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure about that. But man, yeah, like Emmanuel Sanders, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, and Knox. Man, that is a really nice squad. Really, really nice squad.
It really, really is. And they got like 2 or 3 decent receiving running backs as well. Moss and Singletary.
Yeah. They still got Matt Breida.
Well, they brought in Breida too?
I'm looking at the depth chart right now.
Well, maybe that's ESPN. Okay. I was going to say, because the one question mark I had for them, having at one point 2 of their running backs last year in fantasy, and them doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
The only person who seemingly could run the ball for the Bills last year was Allen.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully, man, I think they could do.
So they got Breida. I mean, not the best,
which is not a.
But I mean, he can hit home runs.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not going to be the starter or the stud, but
yeah,
it'd be a good, to give Singletary a break, Moss a break. I think having a decent backfield is also important. If you have a good O line and you have a decent backfield where they can like really share and split times productively, that's dangerous.
But I think that was the problem last year. They split too much time.
Yeah,
that none of them really could get any consistency going.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, you got to be productive about it. It's like you have to know whose strength is what and go after it. You just can't be like, okay, now you go do it.
Who's hot right now? Like for right now, give them, and then as soon as they start cooling, you're like, all right, get the other guy in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the one thing they never seemed to be able to get hot at any time last year.
Yeah,
Singletary did nothing.
Yeah, I think I had him, or I think I did have him, and then I got rid of him because he just kind of.
So I never got rid of him for the pure fact that there was just nothing to get rid of him for. But
yeah,
he did end up riding the bench most of the.
Yeah, I think I had Moss for a while, but Moss was always kind of like that was the issue. Oh no, that's what I had. My issue last year was I had Singletary and Moss, and I hate doing that. But like that was just kind of the sometimes that's what you get. These are the two best guys.
Basically, that those two running backs is just one.
Yeah, so every week was a guessing game on who's going to be the good one this week.
Right. So or you have to try to play both maybe, and hopefully they both do something, but that's not going to happen really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel you on that one. I think I had both of them in my Dynasty one last year, but I ended up getting rid of Moss.
Oh yeah. So
I think I dropped Moss to pick up Hines.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. So we're not doing any trade breakdowns like we usually do. Instead of that, you want to do kind of what we do on the Spike. So their Vegas odds are 10.5 wins.
Okay.
Wait, is that about where you think they're going to be at?
10.5. Well, I would think they're higher.
Yeah. I can see them definitely for sure winning 11. I mean, they went 13 last year.
That seems
like if they don't go at least, if they don't go at least 12.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of for me like a kind of a disappointment.
No, I agree.
They should for sure go 12. And all the articles I was reading that they're really hungry from what they said that they're using the playoff loss as motivation.
Well, a handful of them stayed on the field and watched the Chiefs celebrate.
Oh, really? Oh my God!
That's Josh Norman, Stephon Diggs.
That's got to just eat at your soul. I can't even imagine that.
And when they were asked like why they did that, their response was, "So we could see what it was like because we want that now." And I was like, "There you go. I mean, use it as motivation, I guess."
That's mentality, man. Once if you're able to break that mental wall and go into another like form of yourself, that is like it's I don't know, that's insane. Alfredo said 2 running back on the same fantasy football team.
Yeah, no.
That's a no, Kramer. Like I know, but then I hate doing that. I hate having too many players of the same team on. And this past year, I hate it. But this past year, it was just kind of like what I was dealt, kind of thing. It's like, who are you gonna pick up, Moss, or are you gonna pick up like I don't know some random freaking or Cohen, like from the Bears, was like, oh, the guy who's not even a running back. Yeah. Like, okay, I'll pick up Moss. So, but yeah, man. Any other thoughts on the Bills?
No, they're definitely going to be the favorites for the division,
for sure.
And I agree full-heartedly that if they don't get at least 12, disappointing season.
Yeah, I know they can go 12 and still win their division, and I was super like, they could have went 12, or they win 11.
Yeah, but I really think Allen's going to come out with the chip though. He's just going to take over.
Yeah, Yeah, I think all of them are. I mean, if the QB, if he can rally them, I can see these guys being monsters, especially for the upcoming years, not just this season.
Oh yeah,
this is going to be a team that's going to be deep into the playoffs every year for a while, for sure.
I can definitely see like when it used to be New England and Indy all the time, we're going to have the Bills and the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly.
The new Breeze and Brady, Mahomes and Allen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. They're the new guys, the new generation. All right. So who you want to go with next? We got Dolphins, Jets, or the Pats?
We could do the Dolphins.
Sounds good.
Another team that didn't bring too many new people in.
But a team that didn't bring people in and should have.
Yes,
the
especially
Bills,
when you see some of the people they let go randomly. Like, to me, the most shocking offseason move they did was releasing Kyle Van Noy 1 year into a 4-year, multi-million-dollar contract. That's really going to come back to bite him, too, because he re-signed with his old team, the Patriots.
100%.
Yeah, and he had a really good year, too.
What was their reasoning? Just cap space or what?
Money. Financial.
Money?
Yeah. They did bring in Will Fuller.
They brought in Will Fuller, who's suspended.
Yeah, first 4 games.
So that kind of sucks. But when he does play,
their receiving core is pretty stacked now. So.
Oh yeah, with they
already had Devontae Parker. Yep, they got Jalen Waddle, and then they already had Devontae Parker.
Yeah. So we want to go through all the different moves.
Yeah, then they brought in cornerback Justin Coleman and the linebacker Bernardrick McKinney. And that's it.
Yeah.
But they did lose their closer, though. No more Fitzpatrick.
I know. Which, I don't know.
I think is good for Tua, though, for being honest.
Yeah, I think,
Because as exciting and cool as it was to watch, like the fact that they kept pulling Tua out in like the fourth quarter and throwing him, and he would come back and get the wins. Yeah, cap casualty. Yep, it was financial. That's what Fredo just said.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, you got to let Tua learn. You got to let him make the mistakes and like bring his team back from those mistakes. And they kept just pulling them. But now they don't have that luxury anymore. So.
I know. I mean, and that's like a decision the team needs to make is like, you need to pick one. Do you stay with him or do you stay with him? So, and obviously, I think everyone knew they were going to stay with Tua. I mean, he's younger. He's going to be in the league longer. He's projected to be better, but man, I mean, I do not see. Hold on, I got Brian said it, not me.
Oh. Brian to comment on it then.
Yeah, where's he at? He's probably working.
Yeah. Probably.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, the way Patrick was playing, he was just so, I don't even say on another level, but in his own mind he was. Especially after that long bomb that he threw with his head being like turned backwards.
Oh, he's driving.
He's driving. All right, that's acceptable reason, not to text. All right.
Oh yeah, that one play. I remember I was at work when that happened, and I just remembered I was in the dining room. I happened to look up and I watched it, and I was like, "There's no way that just happened."
I know that's.
Not only did you just rip his head off, but he threw the ball to a wide open receiver.
Yeah, that was pretty on point. I mean,
I was holy cow, man, that's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, and I know Fitzpatrick, we talked about this past week on the Morning Spike on his whole attitude, and I don't know if like he had that attitude of like I'm better than you and flashy and kind of stuff. But I don't want to go too much into him. But did any of that like stay with Miami? You know what I mean?
No.
That's my thing. Is like, yeah, QB can have that, and it usually like kind of spreads.
Yeah, he helps everyone's confidence level just go
exactly.
up.
So it's like, is that something that's gonna stay? And is Tua going to be able to like capitalize?
Well, he can bring that to Washington. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's gonna have a field day over in Washington. I hope so. I mean,
me too.
I cannot wait for. That's a team where I'm like, oh okay, now I'm really invested in this team. Ron Rivera's over there. They got Fitzpatrick. Like, I want to see.
I can't think.
Of
a better quarterback, and then over the top Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's that. And over in Chicago,
back to Miami though.
Yeah. I know we're going off topic easily.
Yeah, I know. But back to Miami, their draft was pretty on point though. I'm not gonna lie. I like what they did. I mean, Jalen Waddle helping, former teammate of Tua. So that should be good. And then they got a pretty solid defensive end edge rusher in Jalen Phillips out of Miami. And then they got defense again, safety, Javon Holland, who's pretty good. And then kind of stole from my team, I think. I was kind of hoping we would get him. But Liam Echtberg, the tackle out of Notre Dame, who I think is going to be pretty good. So first 4 picks, you got probably 4 starters, I'd say.
Yeah, like instant
instant starters, and not only that, but people who can contribute right away. So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, if you want Tua to be good, you need to have the O line. Mm-hmm. You said they got some. That who was that last tackle you said? I can't think of his name.
Liam Echtberg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember hearing his name a few times.
Yeah, there was talks of him possibly being a first-round pick. So.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they got him 10 picks into the second, so not too far off.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
What else they got going on? Shit. So I know in the mini camp, Tua's not having a good mini camp.
Yes, you were telling me that earlier. I was like, interesting.
5 interceptions or something crazy.
Oh, wow.
Here's the headline for CBS. Dolphins coach Brian Flores wants Tua to remain aggressive after 5 interception practice. This was a minute or 10 hours ago.
Wow. So that wasn't just 5 interceptions. That was 5 interceptions in one practice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But again, like I know we were talking before the show,
maybe that just bodes well for their
day.
Maybe their defense is just that good.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to look too much into it. These, shaking off the rust, they're getting ready.
Yeah. Like we said earlier when we were off camera or off live, it's better to get it out of the way now.
Exactly. I think he's gonna do pretty well
when it counts during the season.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I think he's gonna do pretty good too.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do pretty good. So the odds have it at 9 wins.
9 wins.
Which that's more on the money because I can see them going anywhere 8, 9, or 10.
I was gonna say that's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, that's actually pretty good, right there in the middle of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I think their cap, the highest amount, is probably gonna be at 11. They might get lucky on a couple games.
Yeah, and if Tua stays on point.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to envision them losing more than 8 max.
Yeah.
10 and 8, 10 and 7, 9 and 9.
Okay.
Why do I keep thinking there's 18 games? 17.
I know. Yeah. Oh, it's 18.
10 and 7.
Yeah.
9 and 8.
9 and 8.
9 and 8.
I can see them going like 9 and 8. That's about. I mean, if 2 was really struggling in the beginning, I could see them kind of taking a while to catch up. That's why they might go 8 and 9. But I could see them, definitely in that range. That's kind of hits them better.
Yeah.
But they still have them under the Bills, and I think it like everyone already knows, like Bills are the team in this division. That's gotta be so like disheartening to hear. Like, well, these guys are the best guys, but we're in their same division. And, it was like, we just got to keep pushing through. It was like, like for me, I would try to use that as like motivation. I'm like the whole Michael Jordan thing. Like, oh, he thinks he's better than me. And I took that personally. Like,
but for the Jets and the Dolphins, that's the same old, really. Except for now it's the Bills instead of the Patriots.
Yeah, that just switched.
Yeah.
That just switched. So we got Jets and Pats left. Who do you want to? You want to save save the guys who spend a fortune for the end?
Yeah, we could save for New England for the end.
Yeah, so we'll go with Jets. Who was another team? I don't think they did too much, right?
No, they only brought. I think they brought in. Yeah, 4 people. But they brought in some ball. They brought in Corey Davis, who I thought was a pretty good pickup at receiver from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then Keaton Cole, another receiver. And then Carl Lawson, defensive end. And LaMarcus Joyner, quarterback. So a little bit of receiver and some defense.
Yeah. Because they definitely need a receiver. Depth chart right now.
Oh yeah, they definitely needed receivers. I don't think they had. Well, they still have
good pickup.
Anderson, I think. Roby Anderson, I think his name is. Speedster receiver. He's played for the Panthers.
Him on here. He's not showing up on the depth chart.
Oh, maybe he's gone.
But it might not be right because I thought I saw him somewhere else. Now that he's away from Jets. Oh yeah, no. Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson, yeah.
Yeah. He's not showing up on the depth chart.
I thought he was still there, but
I did too.
Maybe he's hurt.
Oh. But I think the big one was Corey Davis.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a solid receiver for their new quarterback to throw to.
Yeah.
I do like their draft too, though. I mean, I'm not as high on Zach Wilson as everybody else is, but the other things that they did,
that still blew me away.
That
he landed where he's Robbie Anderson's a Carolina Panther now.
Oh, he went back to Oh, wait. That is where he is. I was thinking reverse. He started with the Jets and went to Carolina. I'm special.
Yeah.
You're right. I was thinking it was the other way around, but
because he's playing with Sam Darnold now.
Yeah. So, they traded Sam Darnold to the Panthers, drafted Zach Wilson, and also got Elijah Vera Tucker, who's going to be a solid offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's going to be a beast.
Talking about him a lot.
And then Elijah Moore is going to be a pretty good receiver as well. And then one of my personal favorites, Michael Carter, running back out of North Carolina. Another solid pickup in round 4. Should move up into that top tier running back, I think, in a year or two.
Yeah.
So then they have old man Gore. And then one other guy, Coleman, I think.
Let's see. They have Coleman as their starter right now, and then Ty Johnson, and then Michael Carter is third.
Oh, so Carter is third.
Yeah, that's their current lineup.
Sure, he'll move up sooner rather than later, though.
Yeah, I know Elijah Moore is doing pretty good in camp. Like he's already getting some good stuff written about him.
Well, that's good. Yeah, he's going to be a solid receiver.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Especially, I think with a new QB. I don't know if you want to make that that connection as quick as possible. Fredo said something. It was Jets.
Jets. Jets.
8 and 9 second place. Wait, they're going to be in second place at 8 and 9.
Whoa. Well, he's not high on the Dolphins then, apparently.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about. Hey.
That's funny.
I'm so curious, man. I need to make a freaking a Word doc just to keep track of all the bets because there's some like long-term bets and like there's the long-term bet
Martin was telling me about.
Oh man, like by the end of the season, kind of we'll find out who wins some of these bets. So
wasn't one of them on the Bears and their record?
I know Martin and Brian got one about who's gonna rush more against the Bears. So we won't know that until like
that's what it is. It's 1,200 yards for Montgomery.
Yeah, that's what. That one too.
Yeah,
that one too. That's it.
I was like, that's brave. Although I don't think you can do it, but
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't know. Jameson Crowder agrees to a pay cut to remain with the New York Jets.
Oh, I didn't know that either. That's interesting.
Yeah, that was 2 days ago. It looks like.
There you go. He can be a decent receiver too. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm just still worried about Zach Wilson. He's got some questions.
What's their depth chart at quarterback? Because he's got to be starting week 1, I think.
Oh yeah, it's like Zach Wilson, James Morgan, and Mike White.
Who and who?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly, man.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, he's definitely started week 1.
I mean, that's kind of crazy. It's like being a rookie and knowing you're going to go in. I mean, the same thing with T-Law is like.
Hey, he has not named a starter yet.
Oh, really?
No, he's not.
Stupid. I was like,
everyone knows who it's going to be, but he hasn't named him yet. Well, do they still have Minshew?
I believe so.
There you go, Minshew, maybe. The only one I think who could do anything. So.
Yeah, I doubt that. But
yeah, T-Law. I've heard nothing but amazing things about T-Law. So.
Yeah,
that's one person I had heard about minicamp and how he's doing throws that they didn't even think was possible, especially for a rookie. I was like, that's some pretty high praise right there.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Everything else with them is kind of like, bleh. The only thing is, like, there's been a lot of, with Wilson, like, you know, there's like rumors that he likes to party. He did some other questionable kind of stuff. Man, so I was like, is he going to be another guy that just kind of parties and throws his opportunity away?
Manziel Jr.?
Manziel. Well, who's the other guy that was with the Washington? With the strip club? I can't think of his name.
Dewey Haskins.
Haskins, there you go.
Dwayne Haskins, yeah.
Dwayne Haskins. I don't know. We'll see how he works out.
Man, he's in the Big Apple too, so lots of places to party.
Yeah. It'd be one thing if he's like out in the middle of like Minnesota, like, right? How many places do you have in Minnesota really like party besides like the main city, Minneapolis, out there? But yeah, I mean, or if he goes to like Denver, like where are you gonna go? Party in Denver.
Right.
You're in the East Coast, New York, dude. Like you're like a drive away from everything.
Yep.
So,
I mean, he's got to. I think if he can prioritize it and be like, all right, during the season, just the season. I mean, it's not really smart to go party now anyway with what's going on in the world. So
yeah,
just look at Chris Paul.
Yeah, seriously. So here, I was gonna move on, but I saw this really quick, where it says Zach Wilson declined to say if he's been vaccinated, calling it a personal question.
Oh wow!
That's just a personal thing for everyone on the team. No matter what, we're going to work it out.
Interesting.
Oh man! All right.
I mean, it is a personal thing, and it is their discretion. But
if you're just gonna say like, oh, for religion, okay, like no, I just don't want to take it because I don't want magnets in my body. You're like, oh, okay, like
right.
It's like, let's see, but where are they at? The Jets. Ooh,
what are their odds?
They're a little bit more worse than Fredo thinks. Their Vegas odds are 6.5. Fredo's got them at 8, and 6.5 was the place I was telling between Martin and Fredo, which is kind of funny. I was like, it should be at 6.5. If it's over Fredo wins, under Martin wins. I think it's going to be under.
I think it's going to be under too.
I see them winning max 6.
I think they'll have some moments where they'll surprise people, but they're like I said, 2-3 years away. I think for being probably pretty good.
Yeah,
if Zach Wilson is as good as they say he is.
Exactly, that's the big question. You put
I remember how awesome they were saying Sam Darnold was going to be, and he doesn't play for them anymore.
Yeah, so, which would be interesting if he does really well this year over in Carolina.
Well, he's another one I heard who's having a really good mini camp too, though.
Is he? Yeah. Then you're like, well, is it the coaching staff at this point? You know what I mean? Like when do you decide?
I full-heartedly say Adam Gase is the reason why he was not good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was all for him coming to Washington. And I was like, I'll take him. I think he's still good.
Yeah.
And with Ron Rivera as the coach and like Scott Turner as the offensive coordinator, like give me Sam Darnold. I mean, he ended up going to Carolina, which I think is a good fit for him too. But
yeah, I thought he was coming to Chicago for a while. He was kind of the talk of the town for a little bit, which I wouldn't mind either. But that was before Fields.
Well, yeah, you got Fields now, so you're good.
Yeah. Nothing else matters. But yeah, 6.5, I think is right there for them. But that's kind of like
I still think it'll be lower. I think it'll be lower.
They're definitely.
I think they're at 4 or 5 tops.
Yeah. The one thing I know for sure, if they get more than 6.5 wins and Fredo wins the bet, like Martin might just like I can just see him like he's like, I'm done for the weekend, and just like it's like, because that's just like something that's insane. If they go 8 wins and Alfredo wins the bet with something like that, I don't see it happen. You know?
It'd be funny too if they get like those 7 or 8 wins within like the first 10 weeks of the season.
Oh my god!
Harden's gonna be like, this is rigged.
Yeah. No more spiked bets for him.
Right.
He's gonna just chug the whole bottle. But let's see. So the last team,
the New England Patriots.
Holy crap! Did they? I think if you were just standing in front of the owner at a certain moment, they're like, "You're hired." Right. They would just hire anybody like that looked halfway decent. Yeah, they were picking up.
Yeah, gotta take the top 2 tight ends available. Not just the top or the second, but both of them.
And that's what Belichick likes, don't he? He had
but they got Kyle Van Noy, which I like a lot. I like him. He's good. Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, who are both the tight ends. Nelson Aguilar, wide receiver. Matt Judon, defensive end. I like that pickup too. He's going to be good. And they got Jalen Mills and Trent Brown on the offensive line. So very like this. I guess. Well, I mean, they're coming off a year that's very un-Patriots-like too. Under 500, didn't win the division for the first time in like 40 years.
I know.
Feels like anyway. It's only like 17, but
that's still so many.
Right? No, it is. You imagine just your team winning your division like 17 years in a row?
Yeah.
It's just nuts.
It's like, do you get bored of it kind of thing? Like something it's so expected. You're like, yeah. Like, but how far are they going to get into the playoffs? You're like, you won the division. Like,
and then the last time they didn't win it, they still finished the year 11-5. Just didn't make the playoffs. That's what I think is nuts.
Who won the division that year then? Had to been Bills.
Miami.
When they had both, that killer team.
They both finished 11-5. I think actually the Bills finished 11-5 too. I think all 3 teams finished 11-5. Or maybe it was the Jets. No, it might have been the Jets. I think that's when they had Sanchez.
Oh my god!
And the funny thing is Brady didn't even play that year. That's the year he tore his ACL.
Oh.
Matt Castle was the quarterback.
Oh my god!
Yeah, throwing it back,
dude. Yeah, that is a throwback.
Yeah,
crazy. Man. So yeah, they got some good players. O-line. The O-line is the main thing. I mean, Cam Newton couldn't stand up long enough last year. No. You know, I mean,
and he needs to stand up a long time.
yeah. He doesn't got the legs that he used to in Carolina.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, them picking up the O-line was, I think, like an obvious kind of thing. I know they were talking about like they want to have the best O-line again, you know, because they had the best O-line for years. And I know they were talking about like, oh, they want that back, So I don't know if it's gonna happen, but good start at least to it,
right?
But
and then in the draft, like this is just the complete opposite of what the Patriots do in the offseason.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they haven't needed quarterbacks since Tom Brady took over, but they drafted a quarterback in the first round. Mac Jones, which is Tom Brady 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude. You look at the way he measures up.
If any, I would say even a little bit better, I mean,
and then I think they got a steal in the second round. Christian Barmore, first round talent, should have gone in the first round, and they got him in the second. So he's going to tear it up at defensive tackle. And then they got another defensive lineman, Ronnie Perkins. And then they got running back, Ramondre Stevenson. But again, Belichick likes to go through running backs.
Yeah.
I do like Ramondre Stevenson, and I know Martin loves him. But neither of us like him in New England.
I know. The worst possible spot to go for a running back.
Like I was telling last time, I was so hyped for Sony Michel. I was like, yeah. And then he's barely on the field. And he's a great running back.
Yeah, dude. I was so mad. I think I drafted him, and then he just didn't do anything. It was so disappointing.
Yeah, I think I drafted him too. And I was like, well, this is not how I thought this was going to go.
Exactly.
But you learn, don't get those New England running backs. Unless they can catch the ball. He loves those guys.
Yeah. Who else they got? The running backs is Harris, Sony Michel, and James White. That was before the draft. Now they got Stevenson. That's a crazy backfield. That is a crazy backfield. And plus, you have Cam Newton, who doesn't quite run like how he used to, but
he still can because he's still got the size to shrug some people off.
Yeah. So, that's gonna be pretty interesting what they do back there. Now that they have a good O line, or at least better than last year for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, man, Mac Jones was kind of like the big deal over there.
Oh, and you were saying. Cam Newton's had a bad mini camp, and he's had an amazing one.
Yeah, every video they showed was Cam throwing a ball and it's overthrowing it, and then Jones throwing the same exact one and it is like on the money. And they did that for a few, But I looked at the stats; it wasn't too bad, But I think he had a better ending. That's what I was read too. That
ended on a high note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same thing, man. Like, let him shake off the rust. It's different when you're practicing throwing with your coach or trainer and stuff like that, and then now you're out on the field with your teammates and stuff like that.
Right.
So, let him work out the rust. I think it'll be all right. But I know one thing we were talking about before the show was Cam's got one chance. That's it.
Oh yeah.
In my eyes, he's. The second he messes up, that's it. He's done. I mean,
I agree. He's definitely on the hottest of hot seats.
Yeah. My only question is, what do you think? So because I'm pretty sure he is going to mess up because he is Cam Newton. Is he done in the NFL at this point?
No. Well, I mean, it depends though. It depends on Cam. Does he see himself as a backup quarterback, or does he see himself as a starting quarterback?
Oh, I don't see him.
Because if he still wants to be a starter, all I can say is good luck, man.
Yeah. I don't see him sitting behind somebody. I don't know. I mean, I don't know him personally, but he just seems like he has I won't say an ego, but
there is one place I can kind of see him going. Not that I want to see him going there. But
where?
Washington.
Well,
everyone had him pegged to go there this past offseason.
Yeah.
And he ended up re-signing with New England. Well, we only have Fitzpatrick for 1 year, so.
I mean, Cam, I mean, what are you going to do? Sign Fitzpatrick for 1 year, and he's gone, retires or whatever, and then what are you going to sign Cam for another year?
It's possible.
I mean, yeah, it's possible, but it's also like, is Cam? If he messes up, it can't be that big of a mess up for him to stay relevant in the NFL. You know.
No, and I agree.
Because if it's a big mess up, kind of the stuff he was doing this year, because everyone gave him a pass because they're like, oh, new team, new O-line, new blah blah blah,
new offense, new all that.
Yeah. You know, so it's like you don't have that excuse coming into this season. So
plus, when you got a guy like Josh McDaniels can't do something with you, that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah,
it's only like one of the best offensive minds out there.
Yeah, seriously.
Is he? Do you think he was guaranteed the New England head coaching job when Bill Belichick leaves?
I mean,
because he was all set up to be the head coach of the.
Yeah,
he was to be the head coach of the Colts, and at the last minute, he was like, "Nope, changed my mind."
Yeah, that had to have been part of like.
I feel like they had to sit him down in a room and were like, "Hey, don't go there. Bill's only got 3-4 more years, and then we want you to take over."
Yeah,
I feel like that's what happened behind the scenes. I really do.
Yeah, because that's something you see the writing on the wall. You're like, all right, Brady's gone. Belichick is not too far behind, so them thinking, I can see them doing that, thinking that far ahead, that they're like, yeah, no, stay here. Here's a little bit more money. You're going to get the head coaching job.
I mean, he won a playoff game with Tim Tebow as his quarterback, so just saying.
Let me get started with Tim Tebow.
Oh, yeah, he's in Jacksonville now. Oh,
yeah.
Taysom Hill roll.
So, like, the Morning Spike did the opposite conference that you guys are doing. Now we're doing NFC. You guys are doing the AFC this starting. And when we had broke down the Jacksonville and we were all the trash talking about Tebow was pretty good. So, and I know you and Martin are probably going to do the same.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Well, I wanted to jump in when you're doing the East because you guys are doing nothing but making fun of it. And I wanted to place a bet saying that the East would have more wins than the North, especially if Rodgers doesn't play for the Packers.
Oh, man. That's a good bet.
Yeah.
That's a good bet. That's interesting. We got to figure that one out. I like that one.
For sure. Yeah.
We got to figure that one out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much else like news besides the QB talk in the minicamp.
Yeah, I didn't see much either.
Where we at? New England.
So, what's the over/under for New England?
So they're at 9 games as well.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So they got them tying with Miami. So are they a better team than Miami? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think they're kind of in the same place, to be honest.
Yeah. I can see them being like because like
I don't know, something about Bill Belichick though. You just can't ever count that guy out.
Exactly. He's a weird, like, evil genius when it comes to like playing football. It just, if they stick with Cam Newton for too long as he's messing up, I can see them going well under 9. But
that's what I was actually just thinking too. I was like,
if they decide to go with Mac Jones and Mac Jones performs the way people think he is going to perform, I don't know. That's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So what do you think? 9 wins this season for them?
Yeah.
They went 7-9 last year.
Yeah, I can't. I kind of put them in the same boat as the Dolphins. I max is 11, and that's pushing it.
Yeah.
But as you said, and I agree, like the under could very really happen too, especially if they keep Cam Newton and then throw Mac Jones out there.
Yeah.
They could easily be under 9. They're talking like 5, 6.
Yeah. Worse than the Jets.
Especially if they go with Cam Newton to a certain point and then they bring Mac Jones and then he struggles.
Yeah. That's the scary part. It's like when you hand the ball off to the new QB, do you do it when like the confidence high or or do you do it when like the confidence is low and like here fix our shitty situation?
Or do you do what Miami does and have Mac Jones start and then bring Cam Newton in to close?
That's a possibility, man. That is
Works for
not
them.
a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Keep Cam Newton fresh.
That's not, that's actually a really, really good idea to think about. Is like let the new guy get the kinks out, and then let the veteran.
I just don't think Cam Newton has too many more miles left on his arm, man.
Nah.
He's been declining pretty quick over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
he's done. This might be his last. I believe it might be his last season altogether.
That would not shock me, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's why I said it just depends on what he thinks he is.
Because if he wants some more money, he could probably take a decent
backup job. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for a decent check too. I can see a team giving him pretty good money for a backup.
5, 6, maybe even 7.
Yeah,
max out of 10, depending on who it is and how much cap space they have.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even Denver might because
Denver they like their quarterbacks.
Yeah,
so
I think you will.
I think you will.
Aaron the stream. But yeah, man, I think that was it for all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
So we both got Bills winning the division, which I think is a no-brainer.
I think we both have Dolphins finishing 2. Or do you have Patriots?
No, I think Dolphins should.
Yeah, I think Dolphins
should.
Too. And then we have Patriots and the Jets.
Yeah. But any of those 3 can really flip-flop. Like
they really could, be honest. I mean, it just takes going on a little bit of a run, getting hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's just every team is just like one player away, really the QB, one QB away from making or breaking the team.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tua's out there with no backups. Mac Jones is not Mac Jones. Zach Wilson's. We said the backup in the 3rd string, and we're like, who? So
exactly.
So if he goes down, there goes that bet, Alfredo. So
yeah, right. You better hope Zach Wilson plays.
Yeah, you better buy a Zach Wilson jersey, man. You better.
Right.
But yeah, man. Any last thoughts or ideas?
Just fantasy wise, man, look out for Josh Allen. That guy's gonna tear it up. He really is.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're in a redraft league and you can get him, like if you're like at the tail end, that's a real hard question. It's like if you're like picking number 12, and you're on a snake draft, that might be a guy you want to get.
Yeah,
him or Mahomes. That's gonna be rough.
And then receiver wise, Stephon Diggs, man, I think he's gonna also tear it up.
Oh yeah.
I think not too many other fantasy guys on any of these teams.
No, I think Emmanuel Sanders is gonna have a good year though too. I think.
Oh, Emmanuel. So all Bills guys. All right, draft Bills guys.
Yeah,
just not their running backs. Just not their running backs.
Yeah, because they have 2 running backs, like you said, that equal 1 running back. So
yeah,
you can pick up
wise though. I think Harris might not be a half bad pickup.
I can see that. But, yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think fantasy wise, it's all Bills really. Like Harris.
Oh, Gaskins and Gillespie for the Dolphins.
Will said he's taking notes.
I know, I saw that. I'm writing it out.
Yeah, so Will's in my fantasy league.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah. Will Alfredo, they're in
nice,
they're in
nice.
with ours. Yeah, man. You say Gaskins?
Yeah, Gaskins, running back, Dolphins.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't even really talk about him. I think he's gonna do pretty good. Yeah,
I like the New England Patriots tight ends, but it's too much of a guessing game on which one to pick. So
yeah, because either one of them.
I still need a ring. This is my year.
You still need the ring. Yeah. So what our fantasy group does is the belt. I think everyone has that now, and then we also the winner gets a ring, and then the plates get like customized to.
I think that's exactly what we do.
Yeah. So I got a ring. Alfredo's got 2 rings. I was supposed to get my second ring this past season. I was pissed. They got second place again.
On our redraft, I just won that one, so I get the belt and a ring.
Nice.
Excited.
But on Dynasty wise is because you guys still have to draft the rookies still.
Yeah, rookies and then veterans that got cut. Or still available, but usually those guys aren't great. So
yeah. I mean, so you got Zach Wilson and Mac Jones are kind of the 2. Well, you got I believe Waddle too.
Yeah, Waddle.
Those are going to be probably the 3 bigger ones. I can see. I can see Zach Wilson. I mean, because that's an automatic starter, so that's hopefully, in theory, good points.
Yeah,
for you. I think Waddle's going to do good, but I mean that's about it for drafting some rookies. Mac Jones, I don't know.
It'd be funny if I did get him Zach later. Wilson, though. I have Sam Darnold too.
oh, nice. You got the old and the new.
Yeah.
But all right, man.
All right.
No, that it? Anything else?
I think that's it. No, that's the AFC East.
AFC East, and I believe you guys are doing the AFC
North
next week
or South.
I always forget to pull up the schedule, but so Martin's going to be out next week as well. So you're going to have another special guest with you. You're going to have Alfredo.
Sounds
going to be breaking that down with you.
Looking forward to it.
It looks like you are doing AFC North. Yeah. That should be pretty fun.
Then we have the West and the South. Oh yeah, because we're gonna have people come on with us for those ones.
Oh yeah, you guys got all your friends joining you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, later.
Yep.
Yeah, at Mark. So you got Martin's gonna be gone next week. Have that,
and he'll be back the next week.
Then be back. And I know he has a big plan when he comes back, so it's gonna be some good stuff when he comes back. So make sure you don't want to miss that.
For sure.
But
and there's the weekly lineup.
Yeah,
Can't forget the plug. Can't forget the plug-in.
Yeah, I know. So tomorrow we got Did We Just Become Best Friends podcast, and we are talking about the Loki episode 2. We're gonna break that down and talk about all that good stuff. Then Sundays, we have the Morning Spike, and I believe we are breaking down the NFC West. We're doing that. And then Monday, Spoiler Kings. The movie of that week is The Hitman's Body. It's such a fucking stupid name. The Hitman's
Wife's Bodyguard.
Jesus, so stupid.
Yeah.
But it's a Ryan Reynolds movie, so it should be pretty good.
That guy has so many movies coming out.
Seriously, man. He's insane. I was like, how do you keep having kids with your wife? You're just like,
right?
You film nonstop.
Well, I know like 3 or 4 of them were already done then COVID hit.
Yeah. Like Free Guy was supposed to come out like a long time ago.
But they were saying at one point that he had like 13 movies in production. I was like, holy Lord.
That's the thing. Then what have we got? Tuesdays, the Panda and Grizzly show. They're gonna break down some more Chicago Bears stuff. And then every Wednesday right here on the Dynasty Pylon channel, you can check out Mark and Martin, where they talk about Dynasty football and all that stuff. And I know we talked a little bit off air, but man, I cannot wait. And I know I say it all the time. I cannot wait for the football season to start. Man, because all these football shows, we're gonna get all these questions. I can't wait to like start answering all these like viewer questions. That should be.
Well, I can't wait for all of us to get together to do a mock draft. I think that'll be.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. We'll do that probably. I don't know, next month ish. Within the next month, maybe. We'll see.
Right, sounds good.
Yeah. But that is it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Brian, Alfredo, Will chimed in. Martin, I know, is going to listen to this, so we're going to get some text messages. You guys should talk about that.
You didn't put the schedules up.
I'm like, listen, I didn't talk about the Bears that much, okay? So,
hey, we only really talked about them because Mitchell Trubisky got brought up.
Exactly, okay? We had a reason. But that is it, man. We will see you guys next week.
Yep.
Later.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.